Hi, so this is my Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde presentation by Robert Louis Stevenson. Yes. Okay. My thesis is that no personality is black or white. We are just human beings with unique personalities that cannot be characterized either good or evil. And then there's a quote by Nelson Mandela. So the summary of my article, the article name was Out of Character, and it basically is about how no personality can be characterized as good or bad. And it mainly talks about how we as humans, with our own perspective, we put people in those categories based on what we think is a good person or a bad person. And that no personality is black or white. It's a gray scale. For my character, I chose Mr. Utterson because his personality, he doesn't judge people. When people come to him, he doesn't judge them. He simply lets them be who they are. But he's kind of selfish too. When they're in a struggle, he listens to them, but he doesn't really try to help them. He's kind of selfish in that way. A quote from chapter 1 by Mr. Utterson. It says, he is an approved tolerance for others, sometimes wandering almost with envy at the high pressure of spirits involved by their misdeeds. Well, kind of says that he let people be who they are, but he doesn't really try to help you. He lets it be how it is. The event I chose was the Carew murder case. I chose this because it really shows us the first glimpse of Mr. Hyde's capabilities, and it kind of shows us that Dr. Jekyll is not the good person that we thought he was. There's kind of the two sides to it, and we can't really label Dr. Jekyll as good and Mr. Hyde as bad, because at first we saw Mr. Hyde wasn't really bad. He was just kind of suspicious, kind of an odd character. But now we see that he murdered somebody and we saw his capabilities. Now we're questioning everyone's real character. How this applies to the modern audience, because I feel it's always going to apply that some people will think that some things are black or white. It's never that way. It's a complete gray scale, and I feel like this is always going to apply because people think that something can be one thing only and the other thing can be that thing by itself. Everything is black and white, fine line everywhere. Nothing's exact. That's why I think this novella is good for a modern audience, because it tells a lesson that will be there all the time. Thank you.